Over the past few years, I've done a lot of gold sniping, extracting gold nuggets from the cracks and crevices of the river's bedrock.
What a cool piece!
It's always been my favourite way to prospect for gold. But one thing I've neglected is the gold that sits on the banks of the river bend and just under the waterline, too shallow for a mask and snorkel. On my last adventure, I sniped the upper reaches of a river worked by the old timers over 180 years ago. The effort getting in there was absolutely brutal, and although the trip was a success, it left me absolutely smashed. The lower reaches of the river are much more accessible and prospectors have done very well over more recent times. My plan is to spend a few days camped up in the lower reaches of the river using my metal detectors to see if I can find some gold that may have been missed, hiding in the banks of the river. Pretty narrow through here. It'll be on foot fairly soon. More of a four-wheeler track than a car track. So once again, a very well loaded up pack. There's 2 metal detectors in there, my drone, all my camp gear, safety gear, GPS. I think we've got everything we need. I've had to strap an extra little backpack, which will be my day pack. For the detecting, because I'm going to branch out from the camp spot that I choose. I'll be going up and down river with that one and my detectors. Won't be quite as heavy as carrying that weight belt and dive compressor around, but it's still going to test me. Yeah, it's not too bad. Certainly had a lot worse. It's a much nicer day than I was expecting. There's meant to be a few showers today. I'm excited about this one. I've deliberately left my wetsuit at home today. It's to force me to make sure I metal detect and spend that time on the detector, because I normally don't. I always get tempted into sniping. I see nice crevices and stuff underwater and out comes the mask. Oh. Good start. Mucking around with the camera and just about took my eye out with that. Back up again. Under the slippery slopes. Fair bit of up and down on this track before it drops down to the river. Just a foot track now. Oh, that was close. Oh, it zaps your energy when you slip. Worst feeling. Lucky I didn't go head over though. Good save, Levi. I have found good nuggets in this river. Me and a mate came in here about probably 18 months ago now. Heck of a lot of work getting in where we came in, but we did get on some good gold eventually and went home happy men. So renowned for big gold nuggets, and I'm hoping that these detectors can pick some of that up, because so far I've only done the sniping. I've made it down to the river and it's looking just absolutely magical. The weather's so much better than it was forecast. It's pretty cool. The old log's just propped herself up in a flood. What a magical spot. Look at all this bedrock. So I think what I'll do is I'm just gonna set up camp first. get my tent set up. There is rain forecast, so it won't stay like this forever, I don't reckon. I'll get that tent up. I don't like setting up in the rain, so get that sorted and then we'll get on with some detecting. Start working some of this bedrock. Oh, just found some nice ground here. I'll set up the tent. All the trees are fairly small, new growth above head. Always check that when you're setting up your camp. You don't want any massive dead limbs or trees overhanging your tent. Good to down this pack. Trying to get into my tent. I've just got to make sure I've got everything I need. I've got a mask in case I have to dig some out from underneath the waterline, monster, crevicing hook, some food, EPIRB, spare batteries, and I think that's about it. Lucky Chum and GPS to contact the wife and tell her that I found a 12-ouncer. I'm hoping not to have to branch too far away from camp. I found gold, plenty of gold here sniping, so hoping that I can just work around here. Monster up. Haven't used her in a while. Always got my head underwater these days, especially during the summer. But it's time we did some of this. Usually run about half sensitivity on manual mode and deep mode. So I've brought both the SDC 2300 and the Gold Monster with me on this trip. The reason for that is this river has a lot of magnetite and ironstone. I've got a feeling that with the SDC this is going to go off on quite a few hot rocks, and I'm going to use the Gold Monster to try and target ID and double check whether it be gold or ironstone. As most of you would be aware, with the Gold Monster it gives you your ferrous and your non-ferrous, being the gold on the right hand side. So we'll be able to discriminate between the two. Hopefully it works out smoothly and we get onto some gold. It's been a big mission getting in here and getting set up, so let's get down there now and get to it with the daylight that we've got left. Our first target. So now I'll switch to the Gold Monster and we'll see if we get a signal on that one. See, it's blanking out. I'm wondering whether the bedrock's a bit hot. I'm thinking it is. Look at that, it's going off on everything. So we're working with hot bedrock as well. That's going to be very, very difficult. Okay, so straight off the bat, it's very, very confusing with the SDC. The bedrock's going off, some of the ironstone rocks are going off, and there's just too much of it. If it was just the occasional one, I could probably work with it. But because it's flat out, just constant signals everywhere, it just gets too confusing. So I think what I'll do is I'll go around with the Gold Monster, hit the bedrock first with that, and then I'll see if I can target some gold, and I might do a bit with the SDC once I've had a run on the Gold Monster. Nice decomposed bedrock, so it breaks up pretty good. That'll go. Just iron targets and gold. Got a bit of a target jumping both ways, but it's right on the waterline, and when you submerge the coil underwater, it tends to fire the machine off. So I'll give it a scratch out just in case. Okay, I can see it. It's just a flake, but there it is with its head poking out of the bedrock. Can I pick it up's the question. I didn't even bring a snuffer because I was like, nah, I'm just going to go for the nuggets. Forgot how small these gold monsters can pick up gold. Come on, Levi. Oh. I don't think it's got that. Oh, nearly had it. Oh, come on, this is silly. This is costing me time. Always bring a snuffer. Gives you an idea of the gold monster, hey? Tiny little bit of gold. See if it is that. Wow. All right, first piece of gold, not massive, but it's a start. See a shimmer. I think I can see it. Uh-oh. Don't lose it. There it is. Enough. Oh yeah, that must be the one. Looked a lot shinier on the other camera. That was the one. We've got some gold, but I think we can do better than that. I know there's nuggets around this area, so let's keep at it. Got another signal just down in this quartz stringer. Another little piece, a bit similar to the other piece. Enough to set. Okay, I think we've got another piece here. Where was it? Had the wobble pop going on. Shouldn't be too hard to find this one. It's not going to be big because there's not much of a recession in the bedrock. Oh, now I got a feeling it's hot bedrock. It's hot bedrock. Right, I had a good signal just down in this little crevice here. I'm sure hoping it's not hot bedrock. It's jumping both ways. It's more of a solid target, this one too, so if it is gold it'll be a bigger piece. All going well. It's very shallow. Oh yeah, I can see it. See its head poking out. That was easier than expected. And it's a nice nugget. Yeah. That's more like it. That's what we come for. Should be a gram. Nice little character piece. Awesome. Woo! Woo! I'm excited now. There is bigger gold here after all. So the gold monster's picked it up. It's very shallow. It's just in a little crack down in here on this crevice. This might be worth moving some of the bigger rocks and just look, I can actually see another piece there now, just from scraping it out with the crevice and hook. Oh, it's just a tiny shard of gold, but it is gold. Another one. It's nice and zippy, real clean gold target. Oh, there's no mistaking that one. Oh, I can see it. I must have blown it out before. I reckon I blew that piece out before. Looked like it might be big enough to pick up with fingers, so there it is. Nice flake. Woo! We'll got a bit of momentum going now. Can't find any more in there. It's a decent, real decomposed. It's a real nice looking crevice, so if I was sniping I'd expect a bit of gold to come out of it. Ooh. Hot rock. Yep. The beauty of this is too that next time I'm here I'll mark it on the GPS and I'll be able to snipe all that out clean, make sure that I've got everything, all the smaller bits. Wouldn't believe it, but I think, or is it a yellow rock? A bit of quartz with the tannin. Thought it was gold. Everything looks like gold under this water. Alright, we've got another one. I've just been moving all those gravels back with the pickaxe and seem to keep getting targets. It's jumping both ways a bit though. Might not be. So inefficient for me to muck around above the water line. I'm just going to speed this process up. I'm being naughty. I'm sniping when I shouldn't be. Heaps of little bits.
You want my powers, I will show you where they go. You like the wind, I'll tell you where it blows. Clean as you go, clean as you go, clean as you go, yeah. You need my energy, I'll show you where they go.
Alright, so it's been quite a while since I last checked in with you guys. I haven't found much else, but I've just come to this spot here and I've got a good solid gold target, and I can see down in there a little boil hole. I can see something gold looking, solid gold, and it's a good sized target too, so looking forward to this one. See a tight packed rock. Come on. Oh yeah, I see it. Duck is under. Yes, nice little nugget, tiniest little boil hole. Double check there's not more in there. Just amazing how your game can change. Like, took so long to find that one, and it was so easy because it's such a small little boil hole, and it just went off its head. Nothing else in it. Little pockets like that are definitely worth investigating. Had a target down in this crack here. Now I've lost it again. I'll put water in there. Alright, there's a little bit sitting on bedrock. A little bit just in there. Slow with this mini spoon, but it is a small crack, so it's a small crack. We're gonna get it. All right. See if we got any of that gold in there. Hopefully that visible piece that I put in there is still there, or it's going to look pretty bad from my panning skills. Oh yeah, I reckon that's the one the detector was going off. Wow, if every pan of gold was like that. Nice pieces. Really should have brought me snuffer. I'm gonna put some water in there. It'll make it easier. Oh no, it's all of it. Nice little container of nuggets there now. Doing alright for half a day. Pretty decent target on bedrock, but it's fairly deep, so it's going to be another mask and snorkel job. You wouldn't believe this one. I've just scratched it out. Have a look. That's a nugget. Oh, that's a beautiful nugget. Look at the character in it. Oh no. Such a cool bit of gold. I'm sopping wet, and it's pretty late now. It's almost getting dark, and I got a little walk back to camp. So yeah, we'll get back to camp, get a fire going, have a closer look at this gold, and call it a day. Awesome day, good start for half a day. Back at camp. It'd be just as cold if I was in the wetsuit anyway, I think. Always bring a spare pair of lightweight shoes just to wear around camp. They don't weigh anything, they're ultralight sort of things. It's just nice to have dry feet. There's been a bit of rain about lately. Might take a bit to get it going. While to get it going, it's just been so wet. The ground's been quite wet lately. Moroccan pork. I don't know if I've had this one. Camper's Pantry. One thing that I find cool about detecting is how the gold shows up in places that I ordinarily wouldn't snipe. Tiny little boil holes, you know, like this big, and have a rock or two stuck in there, and the gold's just underneath. One of those nuggets at the end of the day came out of something just that wide. Those sort of things get overlooked a bit when I'm sniping. In most cases it's probably where I would find it sniping, but yeah, just every now and again you get a little surprise. That one today was definitely a little eye-opener for me. Hot cocoa to keep up the morale. Getting real rich tonight. I put full cream powdered milk in as well, just makes it real nice and creamy. Trying to get a message back from my wife. My oldest boy Will grazed his foot up real bad on his bike before I left, and it's been a couple of days. It was quite infected, so just making sure he's okay. I don't have to rush home. Just got to try and get clear skies, get some satellites happening. Come on. See how much it's shrunk. So we've got 3 main nuggets. I reckon that one will go a gram. Maybe that one too. They could all be close to a gram for sure. And these bits, some pieces are really shiny, and then the other bits got ironstone stuck to them. Love the character of these nuggets. Especially this one. What a cool piece. Pretty excited to see what tomorrow brings. See if I got any good drone stuff this morning.
Critically low battery.
Oh yeah, will it make the cut? It's been raining solid for about 2 hours now. I woke up early. It's a worry because if it continues like that for several hours, this river can turn into a raging torrent real quick. Make it hard to get out. Way more rain than what was forecast. It was only meant to be 1 to 5, like showers. Even the 4-wheel drive track in could become a problem for me. Hoping that I can get out of here okay. I don't know whether to stay on longer or start making the trek out before that river starts to swell. I don't know how much water it's going to take to make it dangerous, but it's going to be a wet day for Levi. I reckon it's going to be a good piece. Keeps getting deeper. Oh, that's not it. No. Oh, it's good from up here. Yeah, still rising, still raining. So I need to get all this gear packed up ASAP. Yeah, the river's definitely lifted.